Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Help support my channel. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers pretty much as soon as possible. So then I go live streaming because YouTube policy, they won't let me go live until I have 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to all the folks out there that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet, please take this moment now with helping me. Click subscribe. Next, click the bell. And next, click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Plus, click the thumbs up button and every time you watch my videos. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on either my Patreon or PayPal links. If you join my Patreon page, then you'll get early access to these videos 24 hours before they're posted on the YouTube and lots more. If you prefer just leaving a small tip, click on PayPal. Either way, then you get that warm sense of satisfaction years down the line knowing that you helped me become a successful YouTuber. Friday, February 18th, 5 p.m. New York time. U.S. stock markets close. And going forward, this Monday is a U.S. holiday, so U.S. stock market is closed. Look at the equity indexes, the S&P 500 sectors, plus the Faang plus stocks. And I'm going to include this in a different perspective so you can see the weekly time frame and then the higher time frame, which is the monthly. Maybe even show you some daily time frames, since a lot of people had a lot of volatility in charts they were trading this week intraday, and think that had a ripple effect on the bigger picture, the higher time frame. If you don't understand that yet, I think you will after you watch this full video. So we'll start off with the S&P 500 cash index. Each of these candles is a week. So for this past week, we closed red. We made a lower high, lower low. It's a trend down. NASDAQ 100 also red, lower high, lower low, trending down. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average red, lower high, lower low. So the top three major indexes are red and trending down. Looking at the Russell 2000 for the weekly, inside candle. Massive rejection from the top, which is the supply zone of sellers for the 2 weeks in a row. But again, inside candle forming. And it's a solid body equivalent to a red. That means indecision. Indecision because it didn't close above or below the prior candle. Sorry, it didn't trade above or below the prior candle. Indecision. Dow Transports, yeah, it closed red, made a lower high, but did not take out the, well, also made a slightly lower low, but closed back inside that prior candle. So look at here too, huge consolidation still. The Dow Utilities, red, lower low, lower high, but made a huge tail on the bottom, so buyers stepped in there. Let's zoom in so you can see it, this on each weekly candle. Who's the best, who's the worst? Well, none of them made higher highs. But again, the Russell 2000 is the only one that did an inside candle, left ended indecision. But those two kind of candles with huge tails on the top are bearish bias. Where we see the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, the Dow Transports, they did not take out the swing lows of the year. So they're not at all-time lows of the year, as some people have misspoke and put that information out in the media. No, we are not at all-time lows yet in these, not for the year. Now looking here at the Dow Transports, that's a consolidation where the Dow Utilities is trending down. A bunch of buyers stepped in. Yep. So again, these top three closed very bearish bias. With the Russell 2000, the Dow Transports and Dow Utility have less so. So there's less panic selling in those, and there's money going into those because you can see how they have buyers stepped in at the bottom. Got it? Well, now let's look at this, the higher time frame, the monthly. The end of the month has not occurred yet, but there's been a lot of price action, right? Well, look at the now S&P 500 its inside candle hasn't taken out the higher low of the prior month yet. So all that volatility you had this past week was less than the prior month, which had even more. NASDAQ 100 also inside candle. Dow Transports, Dow Industrials also inside candle. Russell 2000 inside candle. Dow Transports inside candle. Well, the Dow Utilities, red, lower low, lower high, trending down, which is inverse, not inverse, but what I showed you on the daily, on the weekly, looked less worse, but here it's even worse. So again, let's zoom in each of these monthly candles. And you see right away, majority of them, inside candles didn't take out the higher low of the prior month, where the Dow Transports is trending down still. Go into the sectors, or look at the weekly time frame of the sectors. There's 11 sectors in the S&P 500. First, XLK, it's red, lower low, lower high, trending down. Did not take out the low this year yet. XLV, same thing, red, lower low, lower high, into this demand zone, green area demand zone. Buyer stepped in there. We'll see if this is going to have a reversal come next week. XLF, red, lower low, lower high. XLY, same thing, red, lower low, lower high. It's in a consolidation still, but the current candle, lower low, lower high. Do a little box here, show it's a congestion. Move this yellow line. There's a swing low that was taken out and closed above. XLC, yeah, all-time new low for the year. XLC, lower high, lower low, close red. That's very bearish, very bearish. So XLC makes up just shy of 10% of the S&P 500. And XLC is communication services. Yeah, there's a lot of people that fail to communicate by choice. XLI, red for the week, lower low, lower high. Did not take out the low of the year yet. XLP, look at that green. We finally got a green. Yeah, made a lower high, lower low, huge till on the bottom, which was occurred here. Demand zone, buyers, plus in this huge congestion, consolidation area. It's not as bad as many others. So this may have a reversal first than many others. We'll find out going forward. But XLP makes up less than 7% of the S&P 500. XLP is consumer staples. XLE, red for the week, lower low, lower high. XLU, yeah, took out that swing low there. Red, lower low, lower high. Went into this demand zone. Let's remove that yellow horizontal line. Took it out, rejected it, closed above it. It did close green inside this demand zone, which is suspicious, because it'd be even more bullish buys if it closed above it. So watch this cautiously. Maybe a reversal will come here, or may continue down. XLRE took out that swing low and closed below it. Red, lower low, lower high, but notice smaller trading range. Price action, much smaller. Was not a huge panic selling. Then one expect to still on target. Most likely still on target to test the swing low. XLB, inside candle for the week. Interesting. Yep. So you see how it's been more buyers with these huge tails on the bottom have been stepping in. But again, still a lot of supply on the top selling. So XLB, on the other hand, makes up 3.5% of the S&P 500 and its materials. Okay, let's go look at the Faang Plus stocks. Oh, no, let's go to the, monthly. Yeah, we'll look at the sectors on the monthly time frame. So now each candle represents a month for the current month. February was not complete yet. It's not complete yet. Remember, we saw the equity indexes, yellow inside candles, and looking here on the XLK inside candle, XLV inside candle, XLF inside candle, XLY inside candle. So right now we're seeing all these S&P 500 sectors still inside candles. XLC red, lower high, lower low, trending down, near the all-time low for the year, and deep retracement already from the last year. Here's the low last year, much closer. XLI inside candle, huge consolidation, building a wedge to break out one way or the other. Again, I'll look at this for the intraday time frame, potential trade ideas, and look for the strongest stocks in that sector. XLP inside candle, maybe building a bullish flagpole here. XLE, not surprised, all-time new high for the year. Took out the swing high all the way from back here, which was 2019. Again, the month's not done yet, so we don't know if it's going to close above it. I'm going to keep that line there to find it, but huge. The first month, super bullish, following current month, still following up. XLE. XLU, yeah, it's red, lower high, lower low, close red. Building consolidation here too. XLRE, red, lower low, lower high, small trading range compared to the past 2 months or prior 2 months. Yep. XLB inside candle. Okay, now we're going to look at the Faang Plus on the weekly, and then we'll go up to the monthly. So these are the most popular stocks being held by institutions and by traders. Apple, red for the week, lower low, lower high. Again, here's the low for the year. We are not at all-time low for the year yet for Apple. So, Microsoft, red for the week, lower low, lower high, trending down. Amazon, well, green for the week. Yeah, it made a lower high, lower low. And that big green candle here, I had labeled the midpoint right there, that gray horizontal line. And we looked at it. We went down, retested it, and we are above it right now. Very nice potential reversal. Facebook, red for the week, lower low, lower high. Took out that swing low from all the way back here. Let's go look at this. This is a higher, further out, 3 years. So it tested 3 years ago, that swing low. Yeah, it closed below it. Still bearish. Let's remove that horizontal line. Google, red for the week, lower low, lower high. Has not taken out the swing low of the year yet. Tesla, red for the week, lower high, lower low. It's in acceleration. Yeah, it's minor trending, bigger thing, it's in acceleration. This acceleration is at the bottom of a trend, so it's still bearish bias. NVIDIA, if I pronounce it right, November Victor Delta Alpha, please kindly comment below if I did or did not pronounce that right. So the prior week, I mentioned that was a bullish pin bar on top of a trend. I mentioned one expected to reverse and go lower. It did. It closed red. Lower high, lower low. Netflix, green for the week. Well, made a lower high, lower low. Small trading range. Very tight here. Yep. And Bravo Alpha, red for the week. Actually made a higher high, higher low. But it closed back inside that prior body. That's not good. But the bigger perspective here is, what is it? It's a congestion. Yeah, it's not trending down. I mentioned this several times, past weeks, past months. It's building calls and it's more bullish bias. And the other one I mentioned, FXI, is a stock index. Sorry, FXI. One more time. Foxtrot X-Ray India. It's a Chinese stock index. I mentioned bullish bias for that. Look for opportunities to reload. So looking here at the weekly candles from all the way back, yeah, it's red. Lower high, lower low. It's in this congestion, building a wedge, these blue lines, the wedge in that blue lines building a coil. Opportunity up, it took out that swing low. So let's remove that yellow horizontal line. And wise person would be sitting on their hands and looking for the setup, decide where they're going to enter at if they're bullish, as well as a setup to enter where if they're bearish, and then look for that trigger to occur. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm not in this right now. Let's take this Faang Plus to the higher time frame. And that's same with Alibaba also. I like those. Both of these two are looking leaning bullish bias, bullish bias. So now we'll look at the monthly time frame. Apple inside candle, huge consolidation up there. Still strong. Microsoft, yep, inside candle, not a surprise, just like the indexes. Amazon inside candle. And Facebook, yep, we already saw how bad it was on the weekly, and look at this on the monthly. All-time low for the month. So we move this yellow horizontal line. And now we're in the, took out the low of last year, inside the range from back in the 2020. Google, interesting, we made an all-time high for the month. Higher high, we did not make a lower low. We're back inside the range below the close of the prior month. Yep, so that's a lot of whipsaw, a lot of whipsaw. Tesla, inside candle for the week. November Victor Delta Alpha, inside candle for the week. Netflix, inside candle for the week. Alibaba, inside candle for the week. Interesting. Let's look at Chinese stock ETF, Foxtrot, X-Ray, India. Inside candle for the week. That's good. Yep. Put this back there. Bravo Alpha, Bravo Alpha. There we go. So zooming into each of these, past the halfway mark of the month. And what do we have on monthly candles? Inside candles for the month. Most of them. Look at Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, inside candle. The panic is not so bad, people. Facebook, yeah, that's terrible. Google, very interesting. Yeah, it's red. But again, I mentioned to make that all-time new high for the month, where most stocks and stock indexes not do that. So Google may be the top leader of across the board. Yeah, Tesla, inside candle. Inside candle, yeah. So again, here the weakest one is Facebook. The strongest one is Google for the Faang Plus stocks. Again, let's look at this and finish this off by looking at the equity indexes. Top three inside candles: Russell, inside candle, Dow Transport, inside candle, and Dow Utilities. Yep. So overall, the monthly, the weekly, yeah, most of them are red. Most of them are closer to their lows of the year. But you're identified which ones are the better ones and potential reversals. Use caution. Next week is a short week. Markets don't open until Tuesday. And we're coming in closer to the end of the month.